Vector 768 Foxtrot Sierra, clear to the Bermuda Dunes Airport. Fly runway heading at the Los Angeles 315 radial. Turn right, heading 250. Radar vectors Santa Monica. Santa Monica 125 radial. Victor 64 thermal direct. Climb maintain 3000, expect 1000 5 minutes after departure. Departure control frequency 125.2, squawk 4725.
Okay, I cleared to Bermuda Dunes, fly runway heading at the LAX 315 radial. I'm going to make a right turn heading 250, then vectors to Santa Monica, then Santa Monica 125 radial, Victor 64, then thermal. 125.2, 4725 on the squawk, 3000 out of the box, and 11,005.
For 8 Foxtrot Sierra, read back correct.
Okay, now I've got my clearance, so it's time to program it into the FMS. Now, I filed my flight plan early in the morning before I went to the airport. Once that flight plan is filed, you'll get an email from ForeFlight with the expected clearance from ATC, and that's what you see here. Now, all that's left to do is to add some of the departure requirements from Santa Monica, and then I'm ready to go. So I add the LAX radial, I add the Santa Monica radial, I add the Santa Monica 125 radial, which translates into Popper. I put in Wilma, which is the first stop on Victor 64, and then I add the rest, and then I'm good to go. And it always pays to check your work and make sure that it all looks right, so that's what I'm doing now. Okay, so the flight plan looks good. Now it's time to program in the rest of the clearance. My clearance requested 3,000 feet on initial departure, so I'm going to put that in the altitude select field. My squawk code was 4725, so I programmed that into the FMS 4725. Okay, and assuming everything checks out properly, I'm going to send that flight plan into the MFD wirelessly through ForeFlight. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to make sure that everything is exactly the same before I start flying.
Good morning, Santa Monica Tower, helicopter 226.
And then I'll activate the flight plan.
Southbound transition for LAX.
And finally, I'll need to program the OBS course and heading. So I'll tap the OBS button. I'll set the course to 315.
Got that. Let's get.
And then I'll set the heading bug for 212, which is the runway heading. So now that the flight plan and the IFR clearance is programmed into the FMS, I'm ready to start my before takeoff checklist and then get going.
Required. Fuel quantity is confirmed. Fuel selector is on. Fuel tank, which is fuel pump is in boost. That's check. Mixture is full rich. Check. Flaps are set 50. Firm. Flaps are 50. Transponder is set 4725, 4725, autopilot check. Put her in heading mode, put it on autopilot, does she move? Does, kick it out, back to takeoff. Pilot is check, navigation radios, we got 120 for the ground, 125.2 for departure. Cabin heat frost not required right now, we got our brakes are set on hold, let's go 1700. Right there's 1700. Let's go. So lights here. We got 3. We got nav on. Nothing. Strobe light on. Moves it to 4. I should move it to 6. It does. And pitot heat should knock it to 13. Did. 14, 15. Pitot heat is off. Ice is off. Go back to our mag 1. Acceptable drop. Right mag, acceptable drop, back to 1000, Okay, back to this. The alternator is good. Pitot heat was on, and I good. Pitot heat might have pitot heat up in the air. Landing light is on. Annunciator lights. Voltage is charging.
Helicopter 6, November Romeo, frequency change through the LAX. Good morning.
Required.
Good morning, November Romeo.
Ignition switch. Bang, bang, bang. Flight controls. Let's make sure. Let's get that on. Okay, flight controls. Left is up. Right is down. Seems to be moving. Trim is set for takeoff. Trim. Flaps. Mix. Boost. Check. Check our wings over there. Okay, we got. SOC is kind of nothing at the moment. Autopilot is disconnected. Ice Protect is on. I don't think we're going to need icing this morning. There's no clouds. Ice inspection lights we checked. Okay, and that's all good. Let's go to menu. Drop down. Richard Peak. Bang. Santa Monica Tower, Cirrus 768 Foxtrot Sierra holding short. Runway 21 at Alpha 5 awaiting IFR release.
Cirrus 8 Foxtrot Sierra, runway 21, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 21 cleared for takeoff, 8 Foxtrot Sierra. Thanks for your help.
Hello, everybody. My name is Steve Rennie. Welcome to my Ren Baron YouTube flying channel.
Wind call.
Thank you.
Today I'll be flying from Santa Monica Airport, KSMO, to Palm Springs, Bermuda Dunes, KUDD. The sun is finally shining again in Southern California, and it looks like a great day to go flying. So come along and enjoy the ride. To get started, I'm going to push the power lever forward 1, 2, 3, 4 till we're up to full power. I'm going to accelerate to 77 knots, which is my rotation speed. And then ever so gently, I'm going to pull the nose up, and up we go. I'm going to use the flight director to make sure that I'm tracking the runway heading and climbing out at 7.5 degrees of pitch.
Looking for 760.
I'm going to start looking for my CAP's active altitude of 760.
Shimmy and shake.
I'm going to try to enjoy the view before I have to start executing a whole pile of cockpit tasks along the way.
460.
I'm looking for my CAP's available altitude.
Cirrus 8 Foxtrot Sierra, contact SoCal departure.
Contact SoCal departure, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
I'm going to switch to my departure frequency. I'm watching the pink needle for the 315 radial, turning 250, activating the autopilot. I'm going to contact SoCal departure.
SoCal departure, Cirrus 768 Foxtrot Sierra, 1000 climbing 3000 off Santa Monica.
Cirrus 768 Foxtrot Sierra, SoCal departure, radar contact, flighting 270, climb maintain 4000.
Fly heading 270, climb maintain 4000, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
I'm going to turn to 270 and climb to 4,000 feet.
1906, contact Los Angeles.
At this point, I'm out over the ocean, and I've got a little time in front of me, so I'm going to go through my climb checklist.
Oxygen not required. Power lever's back to full. Flaps are verified up. Airspeed is 20. Fuel pump is on boost. Holding 270. Flow is good. Parameters are good.
And once that climb checklist is complete, I'll load the next checklist, which is my cruise checklist. And then I'll wait for my next ATC instruction.
Remain Foxtrot Sierra, turn right, direct Santa Monica.
Turn right, direct Santa Monica, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
I'll select SMO on the flight plan, hit the direct to button, then enter nav, and off we go. And then we'll start heading back to the Santa Monica VOR.
Closing on 3700.
Foxtrot Sierra, climb maintain 5000.
Climb maintain 5000, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
I dial 5,000 in on altitude select. Hit the flight level change button. and then dial in 120 is my indicated airspeed to climb. And then I'll take a moment to enjoy the beautiful view of Southern California.
Climbing at 5,000.
Foxtrot Sierra, contact departure 124.3.
124.3, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
0 November Yankee Radio Service terminates squawk 1201 for special flight rules for exchange crew.
I'll dial in a new frequency, switch it into active, and then make my radio call.
SoCal approach Cirrus 768 Foxtrot Sierra, level 5,000.
Cirrus 768 Foxtrot Sierra, SoCal approach, Los Angeles altimeter 3017.
3017 for LAX, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
And finally, I'll set a new altimeter and turn on the pitot heat. And all of this happens before I get back to the Santa Monica VOR. Can you say multitasking?
Cirrus 8 Foxtrot Sierra, turn right heading 130.
Turn right heading 130, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
Right here, I sync my heading, dial in the new heading, and then push heading mode, and off we go.
Turning right 130.
And finally, after all of that, we're heading south, and you'll notice the LAX out in the distance there. Learning to fly IFR in the LAX Bravo airspace has been hectic, but it sure makes you a much better IFR pilot.
Traffic, 12 o'clock, low, 2 miles.
When you live in Southern California, the one thing you can count on the ground and in the air is traffic. I'm so happy to have my Garmin Perspective system to help me, and this is one of my go-to screens right here.
X-ray looking for traffic.
All right, Foxtrot Sierra, traffic 12 o'clock, 5 miles, opposite direction, Airstar 4000.
Got him inside. He's passing off my left right now, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
All right, Foxtrot Sierra, negative, sir, 12 o'clock, 5 miles, opposite direction.
Right,
but you still have to make sure that you're looking for the right airplane.
Cirrus 8 Foxtrot Sierra, turn right heading 160.
Turn right heading 160, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
Now you'll notice here as we get vectored through the LAX Bravo airspace that we're moving off of our flight plan. As much as I love a good plan, if you're going to fly IFR in the Bravo airspace, you better get used to being flexible.
5,000.
Cirrus 8 Foxtrot Sierra, traffic no factor.
Traffic no factor, 8 Foxtrot Sierra. Okay, we got 160. At 75%. Going 149.
Cirrus 8 Foxtrot Sierra, turn left heading 130. Contact approach 125.35. Good day.
Left 130, 125.35, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
America 307 out 2,000 for 5,000.
At this point, ATC is starting to vector us back
SoCal
to the
approach,
east
Cirrus
and towards
768
Palm
Foxtrot
Springs.
Sierra, level 5,000.
Air 5 Echo X-ray, turn right heading 330, intercept the localizer.
Right 330 to intercept 5 Echo X-ray.
Number 768 Foxtrot Sierra, SoCal approach, John Wayne, altimeter 3015.
Typically, as we start to head east, ATC will vector us towards the Seal Beach VOR to put us on the Victor 64 airway. Knowing that, I'm going to try to get ahead of the game a little bit and set up for a direct to SLI.
Foxtrot Sierra, climb maintain 6,000, proceed direct Seal Beach.
Climb maintain 6, proceed direct Seal Beach, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
Now all I've got to do is hit direct, enter nav, and I'm heading to Seal Beach. Dial in 6,000 for the new altitude.
Go 6,000.
Push the flight level change button. Dial 120 knots to climb and add some power, and we're good to go.
Okay, we're going 6,000 here.
Wing 68, reduce speed to 170, 900 miles from Gunny, cleared ILS approach, runway 30.
Slow it to 170, cleared ILS 30, jet lag 60.
Once I get to 6,000, I'll pull a little power and wait for the next altitude step up.
Okay, 6,000. Long Beach to our left here. Looking for airports, 3.6, 021. We're on 71, that's right there. We got Seal Beach, 067, which is right in front of us. That's Seal Beach.
And now that things are a little bit less hectic, now it's time to hear some tunes on XM radio.
All right, Foxtrot Sierra, contact approach 124.1.
124.1, 8 Foxtrot Sierra. SoCal approach, Cirrus 768 Foxtrot Sierra, level 6,000.
Cirrus 768 Foxtrot Sierra, SoCal approach, John Wayne, altimeter 3015.
3015 for John Wayne, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
85.
132.85 and up to 14,000, big stride 333.
Cirrus 8 Foxtrot Sierra, climb and maintain 11,000.
Climb, maintain 11,000, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
Finally, we're cleared to our cruising altitude of 11,000 feet. So I'll dial in 11,000 on the altitude select. I'll push in the flight level change button, dial in 120 knots to climb, and add some power to get going.
Go start gate 3 has John Wayne in sight.
Go start gate 3, roger. Go start gate 3, can you accept runway 20 right?
Yes, I can.
I'm sorry, runway 2 right.
2 right, yes. Go start gate 3.
What's next? What's next? Like land next?
Yeah, with 3668, contact approach 121.3.
113, good day, Al. Sky with 3668.
No traffic, we're going to hit by 1.
Number 768, Foxtrot Sierra, safe flight conditions, report.
Right now, smooth at 8,400.
Sierra, safe Foxtrot Sierra, contact approach 134.0.
1340, 8 Foxtrot Sierra. SoCal approach, Cirrus 768 Foxtrot Sierra, level 11,000.
768 Foxtrot Sierra, SoCal approach, altimeter 3017. And which airport are you landing?
I'm heading for Bermuda Dunes, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
8 Foxtrot Sierra, roger, no weather landing information available at Bermuda Dunes Airport.
I got you, 8 Foxtrot Sierra.
Okay, so we finally reached our cruising altitude 11,000, and now it's time to go through the climb checklist.
Let this thing run a little bit.
American 2638, contact LA Center 125.65.
2565, American 2638, we'll see you.
Mix through a little bit.
Takeoff Air 6, we're going around for a second pass. We're about 2 minutes out.
Roof.
Okay, power lever is good. Pump is required. Mixture is now adjusted. Parameters are good, 1630. Good EGT. Balance is good. Next checklist sent. Okay, back to the map.
Stay tuned for part 2 of IFR flight from KSMO to KUDD. If you like what you see, I hope you'll click the like button down below or the subscribe button to see future videos. I want to thank you for watching. My name is Steve Rennie, and I am the Ren Baron.